Welcome back to Crew W Racing. This is going to be more of an update video. Yes, I'm down here working on midlife crisis, working on getting the engine out. But this is going to be more of an update video of what's going on and the parts I've already gotten in and where we're going from here. So let's just go ahead and get into the parts I have gotten. Okay, so I got a relay block. After got two of them, one for this car and one for the other mini or the Hornet, whatever I'm building out back. Got a switch panel, probably go into this car, and this switch panel will go into the car out back. Got a gauge set, probably go in this car. My gauge set goes in that. Two tacks, one for this car, one. You see the form. You see what's going on here. Nice aluminum 3-row radiator for this car. Because the last race I ran, I was running 240. By the time I got off the track, at least 230. That's not going to happen. Because you'll see. Let me go show you the other radiator. This was the radiator that was in the car. You can definitely see it's one row and not as big. So that's why I got the aluminum radiator. All right, now that I'm back over here, I got 8 struts. 4 fronts, 4 backs for this car. The reason why I did that is Rock Auto had them. And they were on wholesale discount. You can look at the boxes, you can tell they're old boxes. So they go from wholesaler discount to can't get them anymore. The best answer I had was buy an extra set, because you never know what you're gonna bend or what you're gonna break in our world. So continue on with race car parts. 4 new springs for my car. And then a coil sleeve kit. Won't use these springs, obviously, but got new springs for the car and a coilover kit. Now we're moving on to the other projects that are going to happen. For the truck, I got a new 7-way for the back of it. Trailer, 7-way whip. Because some idiot pinched the cable in his trailer lock. Also for the trailer, rear lights I'm going to mount on the back of it for a load and back it into like dark spots. And then we got a switch panel to control these lights and then the other DC lights I'm going to put in the trailer. So, alright, so there's all that. So I started, I'm working on getting the engine pulled. I looked at a few things last night and then I got disappointed because the plan was this engine was going to come out, trans was going to come out, and go into the car out back. Well, as we all know, it broke a valve and went in the cylinder, took out a piston. When I looked at it before, the cylinder wall looked okay, but I didn't look too deep into it. I didn't really pull the head all the way off. I pulled the valve out of the cylinder and set the head back down and called it good, because at that point it needed a lot of work, so it was worth it to me to just walk away. Well, so I pull the head off of it as I'm getting ready to get everything apart, pull the motor and all that. And then I find that. I'm not sure if you can see it right there. I really don't like using my finger. But there's a crack. Yeah, and it goes all the way down the bore. So this block's junk. I was just going to swap the piston and call it good because it broke a valve at idle. Well, even at idle, it still ain't no good. So this bottom end is junk. So what the plan is now, I have this motor right here for this car. Blown head gasket. I just got to pull the head off and check and make sure it's just a blown head gasket and see if it's not the head. If it's the head, it ain't the end of the world. I want to complain about shaving 10,000s off this head anyhow. Compression is compression. Anything you could do to a stock motor is going to help you. So that's not a bad deal. So I gotta get this apart and find out why it's milking oil. You can see the milk down in it. So it runs good, but as soon as you start putting water to it, it milks oil. So with that being said, that's the motor for this car, or possibly. I got another Honda Accord I just bought, and it's got a good motor in it. It's automatic too, so, well, it's automatic, so I'm not so worried about the trans, but the motor, wiring harness, I got the ECU out of another car for my stick shift, but this ECU and this wiring harness will run that motor with this trans. So not all is lost, except for a spare. And when it comes racing season, from what I experienced last year, a spare is very handy to have. Well, now that just puts me down a spare. So now I got to start looking for a couple spares just to have them, make sure we're ready. So that's kind of the update of where we're at, where we're headed, parts that came in. My sway bar should be in tomorrow. FedEx stinks. I'm not a fan of FedEx at all. Tell me it's going to come in today, and then I see it hit Chicago at 2:30 today. I'm like, yep. It'll be a tomorrow thing. Maybe Wednesday. Never know with FedEx. So, and then I just ordered a pile of parts for the front end of this. Tie rods, control arms. Some of them are spares, because I'd rather have the parts when I tear shit up than not have the parts. So it makes more sense. Instead of me trying to chase down parts in a matter of a couple of days, I already have them sitting ready to go on the car. So it's just a quick update video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing. Let me know what more you want to see. Also, check out Twin J Racing. And thank you guys for following me along on this journey.